Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to another Creative Corner series episode. Today we are going to be working on a scratchboard, but before we get started with today's workshop, let's go over some of the supplies you'll need. Before I go over some of the supplies, if you are interested, we do have some supply kits available, and you'll receive one of these scratchboards. And on the back, I did tape some of the instructions, as well as the supplies that you'll need. So if you are interested, just go to our website, ofpl.online. Scroll down the page a bit until you get to the OFPL supply kits, which is about halfway down the page. Click on the link, submit your request, and then we'll go ahead and give you a call when it's ready. But you'll need one scratchboard, a black and white image of your choosing. I chose Snoopy today. And then you'll need a pencil and any type of blade. So this could be an X-acto knife, which I have in front of me here, a sewing needle, any other type of knife, just as long as it has a sharp edge that you can make the image. The idea behind a scratchboard is that the board itself is colored, depends on how it's made. This one I have right in front of me has a white background, and then on top of that it's overlaid with a secondary color. In this instance it's black, and when we use the knife or needle, depending on what you have, it scrapes away the top layer, revealing the bottom layer. Some of the more expensive scratchboards are going to have a variety of different properties, but for today's workshop we're just going to work with a very simple black and white scratchboard. You are going to put your image on top of your scratchboard using your pencil. You're going to outline whatever you're working on, and it's going to leave an impression on the scratchboard itself. You kind of press hard when you're doing this. And as far as the image goes, whatever you want to be colored, you're gonna invert the image. So I will show you a little bit more about that later on in the workshop. But first, you're just gonna go ahead and outline your character. And you're just going to go ahead and keep doing this until your character is done. You probably won't be able to tell from your end, but with the pencil, you can barely see the engraving on your scratchboard. And all you have to do is get your blunt object. In this case, I'm using an X-acto knife. And you just gotta scratch away the areas that you want to take out. And because I chose a black and white image, I am going to take away every area that is going to be white. When you are doing this, you want to make sure that you're not pressing too hard on the scratchboard because this is almost paper based. You don't want to punch a hole right through your paper. But you can play around with this, whatever works for you. Because this is still very artsy, I am going to incorporate some lines into the overall design. And we're going to go ahead and continue that all the way around. Alright everyone, we are almost done. We did a majority of the work using the tapered looking X-acto knife. Now I have a more flatter edge, and all I'm going to do is just go in and kind of make an outline of Snoopy. And I highly suggest that you experiment with the different styles and blades. So like I mentioned, I am using a little bit of a thicker blade. Just to outline Snoopy. You gotta be careful when you're working with knives, everyone. But just shake off all the excess amount of scratchboard that's coming off. And you're more than welcome to get a small brush and then just brush off all the excess amount of the scratchboard. But there we have it. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Creative Corner. We worked on scratchboards. So here is our original image that we had. And I stylized the overall image to make this Snoopy on our scratchboard. If you are interested, we do have some supplies available. You'll receive one of these scratchboards, and all you need is a scalpel, a razor, X-acto knife, sewing needle, anything that has a hard edge, so that way you can make the edges on the scratchboard itself. It also depends on what material that you have. The one you'll receive in your supply kit will be kind of paper based. There are a variety of different scratchboards, but this is just one of the very few. Again, if you would like to, please subscribe to all of our social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and much more. With that, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.